Alright, new location available, the gym. New expectation, raise your memory. Okay, sure. But first, blanket forts. And so as while we're doing blanket forts, I might as well, because we haven't said this in a bit, just so everyone knows, we are streaming currently on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously, so yeah, watch where you like. Though we are trying to get up to 100 followers on Twitch. If we can make that happen, we will do a Portal stream. Additionally, I'm an affiliate on Twitch these days, so you can sub over there if you want. We got a few cool emotes. Working on getting some more. Anyway. And we probably should get multiplication table. Like, that just makes sense. As for the schedule... And this is part of why I did so much entertaining stuff last week. Since we are now past this, like, second threshold on mental health, we actually get a bonus slot here in our schedule. So it can be, what, 20% more productive than we were before? Which seems good to me. Okay. So I guess we'll learn light synthesis. That's fine. I'll build more models and do like one thing of multiplication. Again, on the idea that we're sort of waiting for the next intelligence-based skill to show up in the skill shopping area. Ooh. Not great at multiplying, it would seem. Great, I mean, 7 year... Okay, I guess I'm 8 now. I'm trying to think, when do they learn multiplication? Like, so and 7 would... I guess you'd probably start by 7 or 8, certainly. It's been a while since I've been 7 or 8. I got geometry unlocked. Why are all of my knowledge things so cheap all the time? Elementary, about 3rd to 4th grade. Okay. So I'd do like 7, 8, 9. Okay, I guess that's about right then. Alright, let's try to get a lot of memory. Actually would be very helpful here. So we'll focus on that. Though, I mean, you got to get the recurring brain points. Like, it's just so good. You can't not. Okay, just give me memory. Alright. Give me knowledge so it, like, has a chance to unlock other things. Obviously it didn't pan out, but if we had gotten, like, an exit or brain points there, we would have been very happy with that decision. One day, Richard comes over to your place. This leads to you both sitting in your room with nothing to do. So, what do you want to do? Richard just shrugs. Could play with toys or listen to your parents' tapes. And I did... like, lure him here with the promise of the tapes. So I think it just makes sense to listen to the tapes. Otherwise, I'd be accused of false advertising. That's like, you know, potentially $1,000 fine or something. We could check out my parents' tape collection. Richard perks up at that. The two of you raid your parents' tape collection. Oh, wow, they've got a lot. Look at this, Dino World soundtrack. Boys Next Door, Richita? That one I don't know. Richita. I don't know what they're referencing here off the top of my head. And probably some like song from the 80s or something. Or an album, presumably. But I don't know the albums from the 80s well enough to understand that. Or band, potentially. Yeah, let's just be careful with them. Richard nods, and he's almost religious with them and how careful he is. You spend the afternoon listening to tape after tape. It isn't until after he leaves you notice the Dino World tape is missing. He must have left it in his cassette player. Man, boy, you can't be stealing Dino World tapes. Come on. Okay, well, in any case, I still need to not use electronics, man. It's fine. I'd rather be making blanket forts than watch cartoons anyway, but it does cramp my style a bit. Perhaps we should look at the Pride shop. I could get a portable music player, in theory. That could be nice. And obviously I'm not allowed to use electronics, so doesn't mean I can't acquire electronics. Snakes and ladders might be better though for what we're trying to achieve. Though getting the charm up, I think snakes and ladders is more immediately viable. Okay. I think the right call here is you get spelling. Because getting spelling will then help you get geography. They build on each other. Like a tech tree or something. Let's go for spelling, 2 multiplication. I guess I don't want them both to trigger at the same time, ideally. Give me 2 spelling and 2 model building. I think that makes sense. Or I could do board games. That might actually be better. Because I've got geometry. Yeah, let's do... Well... Yeah, it's fine as is. We'll do board gaming next. There, look at that. Look at that. I'm pretty sure those answers are correct. There we go. Ship in a bottle completed. Are there any 8-year-olds that actually do ship in a bottle? Like, I mean, no, like, I'm not knocking on it. It sounds like a pretty fun hobby, in all honesty. But, I don't know. I've never encountered an 8-year-old working on ships in a bottle. Alright. Charm. Yeah, I guess knowledge across the board would be good. There we go. If we could get another level down, that would be lovely. Oh, my memory has been raised. Hooray. And raised with an S, not raised with a Z. Because that is bad. And we can discover, like, probably most of this level, honestly. Like, look at how many brain points I have. We could go infinite on this run, maybe. Let's just go down. Obviously, you go for brain points first. Sight unlocks all cells in range of 4. Eh. Not super great for this, honestly. One more. Let's try to see as much as possible. It did not quite pan out. It's fine. It was still a good run of the brain. You eventually corner Richard. It's clear he's been avoiding you. So it was an intentional theft, not a mere misunderstanding and mistake. Hey, I brought you some tapes. Richard holds out a few cassette tapes. You get the feeling it's most of his collection. Why? Where's my parents' tape? I'm sorry. He can't say it, but it's clear it was an accident. He shows it. His tape is spooled out. Ruined. He looks like he might cry. Do I say it's okay, or do I yell at him? I mean, if we yell at him, we might actually just lose him as a friend, which I'd rather not have happen. And I guess if it was a mistake, I can't be that mad about it. Not to mention, like, I mean, how expensive is a Jurassic Park tape to replace in, what, like 1980, whenever this game takes place? Wait a minute. It's gotta be the 90s, because Jurassic Park came out in the 90s, I'm pretty certain. Fairly certain of that. Not to mention that's the sort of time period you would expect people to make a game about. That's when the millennials have nostalgia for, I suppose. They're 90s kids. It's okay, I guess. Thanks so much for the tapes. Wait, I'm actually literally just taking like his entire tapes collection. This is even worse. I should have just yelled at him. What the heck? I'm extorting him for all he's worth. They're not very interesting, just a lot of cheap bargain bin stuff. Ready to walk home? Richard is too upset to speak, but he nods, and you two walk home. And I just fleeced him! I fleeced him, man! Jeez. And music is like his whole personality, too. Family movie nights. Tonight you're watching a Bunny and Quack movie. Wow, I can't believe Quack forgave Bunny after all that happened. You wouldn't forgive your friends. Wouldn't you forgive your friends no matter what they did? I mean, based on our last, event, yes, clearly I would. Of course I would. They're my friends. Even if they broke one of your toys? I'm not sure. You clearly are sure, because it literally just happened. It's not always easy to forgive others. It's not easy to hold a grudge either, and usually it's not worth it. You ponder at those words as Quack and Bunny make up. Alright, new expectation. Raise your empathy. You're a good kid, make sure to carry that forward and make a change in the world. Alright. And I guess I could use more empathy. Alright, this is at minimum knowledge cost anyway, so we get it. Let's see. There's an argument to be made that watching cartoons is actually the play here. I no longer have to abstain from electronics, and raising my memory is going to be more useful than raising creativity right now. It's gonna be a lot of cartoons, though. Like, we're going on a marathon, basically. A marathon of cartoons. You know, come to think of it, do they have collective nouns for, like, more ephemeral concepts? Like, is there a collective noun for, like, films? Is it, what would it be, a box office of films, maybe? Okay, hold on, what do we want to focus? Obviously, for entertainment, we'll be going for board games. We don't have anything for empathy. We do want to do 2 spelling, for sure, and we'll do... Ooh, this is good. This is good. We'll do 2 geometry. And then potentially next turn, once we have an intelligence-based skill up to be gotten, we could do like a super turn of multiplication and geometry. That seems good to me. Mastery. Achieved. Alright. Not bad. You see Richard walking along, head down. You also see the bullies that have been bothering him. They're shoving him back and forth. And I guess we'll help him, right? Yeah. Hey, leave him alone. The bullies scatter at the sound of your voice. Richard looks over at you, sadly. Sorry, sorry. Maybe won't get picked on at all in middle school? We'll see. Maybe it'll be a whole new start. Oh, what's this? We have a new follow, I believe. Moonlore666, thanks for the follow. Glad to have you with us. We're over here playing some growing up. Trying to become, actually I'm not sure what we're trying to become, but we're trying to become like a decent member of society, in general. Specifics pending. Yeah, I'll know. It's clear Richard is worried about what middle school will be like. Let's cheer him up. I'm excited. We've been doing great so far. I'm excited. I mean, think about all the things that already happened in elementary school. Middle school is going to be an adventure. Yeah, maybe. No, maybe about it. It'll be great. That'd be nice. It will be nice. As elementary school nears its end, you and Richard head off to class for one last times. Or one of the last times. My mistake, not a typo. Soon a new adventure will start for both of you in middle school. Alright. New skill available, mathematics, fractions, and decimals. Okay, that's good. Good stuff. Okay, this will be like our last brain map of elementary school. Man, learning to read needs a lot of memory. Okay, well, let's get started on this side. You always get the brain points just because it's such an improvement over, like, your future. And action points, too. I mean, that's stats as well. Anything that helps with the long term is generally good in this game. At least that's my experience. And this is why I don't like getting knowledge so much, because knowledge is a very short-term thing. It just helps you afford stuff, like, immediately. I could get the charm, and that got a bit of brain points. Now let's just unlock, like, try to see as many tiles as possible. Okay. I'm not upset about that outcome. Let's see. What do we wish to do? We don't quite have enough to purchase geography and fractions and decimals. And what do we currently have? I tell you what, we get geography now. That'll maybe unlock another memory-based thing. Additionally, we should have done watching cartoons first, actually. Because that likely would have helped, at least somewhat. Because it gives a bit of memory. Not much, if I'm being perfectly honest, but enough to matter. Actually, maybe not enough to matter. Whatever, it's fine. Either way, it would have been like a difference of like maybe 1 or 2 knowledge points. That wouldn't have been the difference maker there. Alright, I think here though, because we have gotten geography. We're actually really happy, so we could actually just forego entertainment this time and just straight up do 2 multiplication tables. Do we need the geometry? I don't think we need the geometry immediately. I think we go full geography. I think that makes a lot of sense. Alright, looking good so far. Mastered that. Lots of mastery going on. I can do sociology. Alright. Got an exam coming up pretty quick. Well, that's fine, we'll brain map. Definitely memory is going to be important right now. But you always love to get the recurring bonuses. Do we just go straight down? I mean, it's hard to pass up the action points. That's for certain. Alright, now I think we go down. Alright, and just like how it's hard to pass up the action points, it is very difficult to pass up a brain map that's just right there for you. Okay, let's look around here. Anything cool? Brain points. I'll take them. Okay, we need more memory. I'm a bit of a forgetful child, it would seem. There must be an exit around here somewhere. Let's see what's inside, actually. Like, I didn't find anything of note, but that's fine. Okay. Not a bad brain map, certainly. I think that was pretty decent, all things considered. Okay, who needs geography? Well, I do have a soft spot for geography, personally. Now, granted, maybe that's just because I would say I'm better than the average person when it comes to geographical knowledge. And therefore, because I'm good at it, it is important, is my logic. Is it good logic? No, but it's logic? I'm not even sure if that's technically true. Is bad logic still logic? Because doesn't logic have to be logical? One would think. Okay, we definitely get... This is actually a tough one. Because we... Oh, let's examine it. We can defer that decision for a bit. Okay, this is looking a lot worse than our starting position last time. We could get this physique. Not really sure it sets much up for us. Obviously, we'll get a bit of empathy set up. Aside from that, not really much of anything. This memory would at least set up this big intelligence. Okay, now we also have access to these, which like shoot stuff like to the side. Like if you get a lot matched at once, you can get these like super moves. Which actually this one might be worth doing. I mean, it'll match up these empathies at the very least. Then this can get it matched further. And this is probably about as good as this is going to be. Okay. Now, I like this as a concept. Now get this, we can do click on you, and I think it should activate like both as like a T cross section. It does. Lovely. This sets up this. Okay. And I like this empathy section here. Still looking for stuff. And this isn't bad. I'm not sure it's good either. Is this season going to be always on live? Well, quite frankly, I'm planning on doing the whole thing in one sitting, so yes. But I'll also be releasing it as normal episodes after the fact, like I've been doing with a lot of stuff on the channel recently, if that answers your question. We'll get the physique, sure. Yeah, maybe we'll just do this and maybe it'll open something up. It really didn't. See, these on the bottom just kind of suck, actually. It's a lot of stats, at least. Which is not particularly good. And this at least sets up the intelligence. And this isn't bad. These two would go nicely together. I think I'd rather click the memory first. Okay, now we get like a whole chain reaction. This activates this, which activates this. Okay, okay. There we go. That's a lot of points. Maybe we should start actually getting some subjects cleared. Let's see. So we have... It's actually pretty well divided. So... Let's get leaf type points, country populations, fast reading, water animals, stories, the greenhouse effect, body measurement, leaf types, map scaling, verbs, body measurements. Okay, so we especially want empathy and intelligence now. The memory is there. That's fine. I mean, this can set up a bit of intelligence. Not much, though. This is maybe better, but again, not by much. If we get intelligence to fall, like, right here in these sections, that's something, at least. That didn't happen. But I hate doing this, but if we do this, that at least links these up into something. And this should give us... I actually don't think that gave us much of anything. I thought it would connect these empathies up a bit better, but it did not quite clearly. Nothing's really linked up well, which is very unfortunate. This might do something, not really. At least this empathy is bigger now. This is not a bad setup move to then do this. 5 more. All right, let's grab some more subjects. We have like overflowing memory. So anything that requires a lot of memory, we're getting. Okay, we're more balanced now. Let's see. So in 5, we're probably gonna want a good cross section of most of them, honestly. If we could get this down 3 levels, that would actually be very nice. What kind of route am I aiming for with this one? Good question. I'm trying to figure that out myself. I was doing a lot of physique early on, but then school really doesn't prioritize physique, so I haven't done much with the physique since. Oh, this is going to be a great one. Look at this. So we're still kind of on the fence of where exactly we're taking this. And I think I'm currently very intelligent and have terrible memory. However that works. Let's see. But once I get more physique opportunities, I might try to shift in that direction again. Alright, we have one more, so let's calculate what exactly we want. So... we have excess memory and physique, so the sociology of sport makes sense. This would do literally the rest of our physique. Is that fine? Maybe. This might actually be better. Yeah, food chain. Now we just need 5. Okay, I'm looking back now. It's like, oh, now we just need 5 empathy. We do not have 5 empathy on the board. Oh, whoops. If we could get 2 physique, or even better, 7 physique, we could at least get one of these 2. We can get 4 physique. I think that's the best on the board. So I think that's what we're going to be going for. Which gives us at least the social hierarchy. But I mean, we're already at A level, that's fine. Straight A student so far. We're gonna be one of those professional, like, college athletes that gets in actually based on academics.
With all the sweetness in the air, just remember that we care, but we can't come alone. Your friends will have